Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included and Deadly Spacerock, Cycle 52, where all of our duplicants have awoken in sheer horror at the realization of where they all still live. My name is Michael.
Amanda.
Not a two-part last name. My voice didn't change. We are your hosts, Michael and Amanda, who have carved out this rock floating somewhere in space. And we are going to kick things off with a new update. Whoa, everyone just passed out all at once, right next to their beds. So that's going to get us off on an exciting start. We've just had an update for the game, and there may be some new bugs introduced, like everybody passing out. We got to reassign all their beds, that's the deal.
Yep.
So we may have to be tweaking things. The new update that has been added is unlocking employment. That's right. No longer will Froggy Freddy, Grillmaster Sven, Mopsy Bubbles, not the Grim Reaper. No longer will they be jacks of all trades. We are going to be building for them an employment board and giving everybody jobs.
Did you see everybody's got a sore back that didn't get any sleep in beds?
No, that's fun. Well, it's an alpha build, as we've been mentioning in pretty much every single episode, which means there are some bugs to be worked out. And especially, as anyone who has ever worked in software development can tell you, when you make an update to existing software, sometimes stuff that was set in the older version doesn't work anymore. Or works poorly, so there might be a little bit of adjustment because we were not willing to abandon Deadly Spacerock. We could have started a whole new colony over, made sure that everything was on the up and up with the latest update, but no, there are many more adventures to be told about the amazing Amazo and company, and Devin Enby.
And Froggy Frankie.
All of them. So yeah, the biggest, most exciting update is, as we said, as soon as we are done making sure that everybody is alive and fed, since there's now a food shortage that just popped up, once we deal with all the emergencies of starting a game that we haven't touched for a couple of days up again, we will get everybody jobs. And perhaps the cutest thing about this new job thing is that once you get assigned a job, besides the sort of standard stuff where you start earning experience and getting better at the job, etc., etc., the most exciting thing is a cosmetic change, which is you get a hat. So we're just checking in briefly there on the natural gas leak that so defined our last run at Deadly Spacerock.
Yeah.
How's that coming along?
Well, slowly we're pumping out this gas and getting power out of it.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, our electrical grid, I think, is looking pretty good now. We're not having the yellow.
Yeah, we got an energy surplus everywhere. Everything's bright white.
Yep.
So, some positives about the new source of power from all the gas we're running.
But I'm noticing that the this pump isn't even pumping half the time because the generator can only take so much at a time. So I'm wondering if we should go ahead and extend this over and make another one of these.
Yeah, sure, why not? We'll set the power for the entire colony for the foreseeable future.
So
Those plants aren't going to grow until we can get the natural gas out of here.
No, we need to create another farm as well because we are low on food.
Yeah, the food shortage is almost certainly tied to the fact that the farm's not producing. And that nobody's working on the microbe musher, even though the errand's been assigned.
Right, so we should probably make this a higher priority because they don't understand that their food isn't coming for a while. So we need to make this a higher priority. We can actually make, why is research a priority? It shouldn't be. That
and nobody has to run oxygen, so I'm not sure why that's at a 7.
The priority for that is like resupplying it.
Oh, I
in
see.
in
Making
a
sure
fast, yeah.
that it's full up of algae.
Right. Let's also make the grill a priority.
Right.
Because that way they won't get sick from eating the slop.
Right.
We can make the mush bars and fry them into mush fry. They will still be disgusting, but they won't make anybody sick. Whereas if we just leave them as mush bars, they'll be running for the bathroom every few minutes. So I'm also noticing that they're all coming up here for water.
Yep.
They need water for a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
But our hydrogen has all floated up here.
Right.
So we need to raise this ceiling.
Okay. So that some oxygen will also float up there?
Exactly, yeah.
So they're not just holding their breath while they're running for water?
Exactly, yes.
Plus, there's probably good stuff to dig out of that dirt.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably food. For that matter, we might send them off this way because I can see some cracks here that indicate things are buried.
Mm-hmm.
And often that will be food. So we'll send them off this way. We'll send them over here. Let's see if we can get... Oh, you can hear their little gasps.
Is Froggy narcoleptic? Because it seemed like he just collapsed down there for a second. I didn't think we had any narcoleptics in the colony.
He is.
Okay, so we have one.
Well, at least everybody is jumping right on to all their tasks with alacrity, so...
And the food situation is already looking better.
Yeah.
We got 13 duplicants and just over 1,000 kcals for each of them, so it'll last one more day before disaster.
Some polluted oxygen here. Right, so we're gonna build another generator here. I'm just considering, like, they're getting some polluted oxygen from here, but is that enough to bother trying to address, basically? And it's such a mess down here that I think no.
Nah, that's probably fine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it. So, power. I'll do another natural gas. What's funny is that now that we have researched all these things, and we have problems to address, like natural gas spilling out into our base and hydrogen collecting at the top of the base,
Mm-hmm.
we're actually going to have more power than we need because we can fuel the natural gas generator with this stuff, and we can put on a hydrogen generator to get rid of all our hydrogen and turn it into power.
Right. So pretty much these guys need to start, what, like plugging in hair dryers and just leaving them on 24 hours a day?
Yeah, well...
turning on every light bulb they can find.
Well, for us, I think that the more salient thing is, like, we can probably start doing some more difficult projects, like get them onto refined metal.
Uh-huh.
Which is complicated and takes a lot of power, but we're about to have more power than they need.
Yeah.
Much more, actually, if I get that hydrogen set up. So I'm just gonna get this going. Oh shit, this has got to come out of this. Yeah, it needs to come out of the filter.
Uh-huh.
Now where am I gonna put this exhaust?
You can just, I don't know, build another pipe and put it straight up again, just like you did the other one, but go out the left.
Oh, right, so it goes out. Yeah. I hate to tax the filter more because there is a backup on the filter. I can put in a gas bridge, actually, and hop it over this.
Okay.
Right, that's what I want to do, yes. And then just go like this. And then... Will it let me do that? It looks like it's going to let me do that. Well, we'll see if it breaks. So
Everyone's already gone back to bed to fix their sore backs.
Aw.
Made it through cycle 53.
Well, let's go see if we still need to reassign their beds. No,
Yeah.
they've taken them now.
Great. So they figured it out on their first full night back.
Right. Okay, cool. Right, and we have these two people here. That's funny. These were for the new people originally, but when they resorted into new rooms, some of our early people came over here and took these rooms.
And played some musical chairs and
yeah,
they
like,
lost.
I
Doom Date
remember...
and Suitable Bonnie are now in worse, undecorated, sometimes not even entirely dug out homes.
Devin Inby was in this room because he had the pet.
Right?
Now it's Grillmaster Sven's pet.
Mm-hmm.
Crystal better like that outsider art. Alright, you made me feel bad, so I'm gonna deprioritize it a little.
Uh-huh.
But I'm gonna put art in their rooms.
There's the morning foot race to the restrooms.
Yeah. They're still
And to the
using
mess hall.
lavatories, right? Everything's good down here?
Everything seems to be good.
Well, let's check the flow. Oh, it's not good. We gotta open this up.
All right, we determined last time we played that every once in a while we were going to have to let polluted, dirty water through this filter to fill the lake of urine.
Yep. Can I have them come and shoot out another layer here without them getting their feet into it?
Yeah, I think they could probably reach.
Let's do that. This could be deeper.
Uh-huh.
And what's down here? We've got some oxygen going down here so that this area will be a little more habitable when we want to come down and explore.
Mm-hmm.
We want to get into these lockers at some point and get the clothes out of them.
Yep.
And then start foraging up into this cold area once they're dressed for it.
Mm-hmm.
So that we can collect sleet wheat and have a broader variety of food.
Cool.
And get the wheezewort that cools things down.
Right, the little plant air conditioner things.
Right, because there is some utilities available, like a space heater and a hydro fan, but and you can make gas cooler and you can make water cooler, but for cooling an area you basically just got this hydro fan, which I think is kind of pathetic. It's literally a fan over some water, and somebody has to stand there and
crank the fan. That's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, it's super low tech, so the wheezewort is much preferable to that.
Is it it's not that they haven't researched an air conditioner.
I don't think there is one. Of course, they've just upgraded the game.
Yeah, so maybe there'll be one someday when they'll decide what's going to stand in for Freon, I guess.
Oh, all the light bugs are here. Close. Oh, come on.
Turn around, dude. Close the door before they just
left.
drifted back out.
Never
He's
mind.
standing there idle, too.
Oh, my
What a
God.
bum.
Prioritize 9. Do it now.
Who's that who's just standing staring into space? Christamole.
2.
Well,
4.
Christamole's an artist. Hey, you got it.
That's excellent. That's great. Now we've got
Three different bugs in there who are going to help with the farm.
You know what? We should make another layer of...
Like an upper floor? Sure.
Maybe. Because we don't want to uproot any of the stuff we have growing right now.
Yeah.
Because we can't afford to at the moment.
Right. I mean, Zippy and Christamole are just standing there waiting for something to do. So is Grillmaster Sven.
Right.
So yeah, put them to work. And then we should put them to work. By which, I mean, we should get everybody hats and jobs.
Oh, right. I almost forgot about the new stuff because there's so much old stuff to do. feel
Zippy
so bad for
stinks.
Zippy when that happens.
When everybody around Zippy complains about the smell.
Yes.
I swear they still like using the outhouses more than the lavatories, and it's the weirdest thing. I mean, Finchy Freddy, you're there cleaning the toilet, and you wouldn't have to if people would just go downstairs.
I guess we could set the priorities so that they prefer the lavatory. I guess. I think that would work.
Yeah, probably.
I'll look at that. No.
No,
you can't.
lavatories don't have priorities.
Right, and the priority that you put on the outhouses is just the
for
priority
cleaning it.
for cleaning them, which we
Yep.
do want it to take priority because it's kind of unhealthy to leave it.
Yeah.
All right.
Look at everyone just standing there being cold. It's cold, but I can't be bothered to leave.
Well, one thing we can do. Can they reach this this ladder and move up it? I guess they
I
can't.
don't know.
I don't think they can. Let's just deconstruct it then.
Well, how are they going to get up there to put the seeds in?
They're doing it with their guns. See, they've already done it.
Oh. Yeah, sure enough.
And there she's delivering water with her gun.
Yeah, so I guess they don't actually need to climb up there.
Yep, that's fine.
Just that plunger sound.
Yeah, and the face they make is great.
Yep.
Alright, we need to do some more ventilation. Okay, let's do the employment office before I get
So
caught up
where
and
are we going to
forget.
put it?
Yeah, where are we going to put it?
I guess, could it be next to some of that unused space next to the dorms? Just on one of those ledges there off the stairwell?
You know, for right now, I think we could just do that.
It's
Why
kind of
not?
central and the space isn't being used for anything else.
Right, we put it here so everybody can get their jobs on the way to eat.
Sure.
You don't work, you don't eat.
Right, really make that connection for them, like they're Dickensian orphans.
Yeah, so here's our jobs board.
So as soon as this is built, actually I bet we could already see the change they're just going to bring. In the upper right, there's now a jobs tab. I can't remember if that tab was there before.
Yeah,
but
sure, it was there before.
It was there, but it's got a different look now.
It is very different looking.
So previously, it used to be that everybody, you could kind of see on the bottom, like they had their skills and every single task they could do, you could check or uncheck it to say whether or not they would do it. So if you wanted to keep someone untalented from doing something, you could uncheck it and they would never do it. But now, as soon as this board goes live, we're going to be able to assign people specifically to jobs. And they go from tier 1 to tier 6, and you've got to get experience in the lower tiers before you can move up. So we'll actually see some duplicate progression over time as they get better at this stuff.
Alright, I'm just going to put in some more ventilation because we are having airflow issues.
Okay. You're going to need to dig out the dirt underneath it, right?
Yeah, that too. I've got a lot to do.
Sure.
Poor Zippy. Alright, let's check on the natural gas generator situation. Alright, we got 2 of them going.
Very cool.
Let's see how this looks.
Seems like it's working.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, we've got... Yeah, we've got 2 running off of the input from 1 pump.
Mm-hmm.
And the pump is not...
It's still not going all the time.
Yeah, it's still not going all the time. It's not overtaxed at all. So...
Actually, the one on the right doesn't seem to be moving.
Huh.
All the gas is going into the one on the left. Is it not possible to run 2 of them off of the same?
Well, I wouldn't have done it if I didn't think that was possible. I guess it's getting diverted?
Yeah, it's like 100% is going to the one on the left and there's not any left over. to go straight down.
That seems weird. Why wouldn't it come down this way?
I don't know.
I'm puzzled about that. I don't really know what to do. Is it the way I have the pipes laid out? Because, I mean, I can't really do them any other way. In the root space that we have. What if I make it like an S snake? Would that make the gas more confused?
What? What kind of science are you talking about? Would it make the gas more confused?
Look, in plumbing, you put an S bend in a pipe to do stuff with, like...
I'm very eager to hear where this is going.
Do it to confuse the water. No, you do it to create like an air pocket, right? That keeps the water where you want it to stay, right? Because you've got like that bend with some of it higher up. So I was thinking, like, if I
thought it was to keep the rats from swimming up.
Probably it does that too, but like if I put an S bend so that the pressure built up more, but that wouldn't make sense. This is less space. Less space should build up the pressure faster, right?
I don't know.
I think maybe the problem is that the filter is the limiting thing here, not the
that the filter
generators.
can't pass through quick enough to supply both generators.
Yes, I think that's the issue.
Well,
Yeah, not pumping. All right, well, let's see about building them another filter down here. And then we'll hook things up differently. Because, yeah, that'll work.
okay. So are you gonna split the pipe before it goes into the filters?
Yes. I'm going to have this pipe go into another filter that will filter natural gas into this one, and then I'll disconnect the connection between these two.
Okay.
So that it's not stealing the gas from this one anymore.
Right. And then the question will be, can the pump supply enough gas that it'll split and feed both filters? We would hope the answer is yes.
Okay, illumination. That's good. If illumination is the only thing keeping these from growing, then every time these guys hover up there, it's going to start growing again. Yeah, there it is. Perfect, that's fine. I do need to ventilate here too, though, so that
the hydrogen doesn't build up, as we can see.
We're getting some hydrogen.
Because we are getting some atmosphere complaints from the plants.
Yeah.
I say as if they're tenants and have sent an angry note.
Oh, this is funny. Yeah, this here. Here. Now, this isn't just me being OCD about where everything's placed. I think it actually helps airflow to have these lined up.
Okay.
I think so. I guess I don't know for sure, but it has seemed that way in my other games. I'm actually gonna make more of these everywhere. I think it's all... We just need a lot more airflow everywhere. We built a lot of these walls when we didn't have mesh tiles or air tiles.
Yep.
We can deconstruct this and use this space for something else, by the way. I think this might be low enough that they can mop it up. It is.
I guess they can get the last of the water out of there.
And then we can take all this apart and use this space.
For something.
For something. For something, taking care not to open it up to the natural gas infection.
Right, until that's emptied out.
Oh gosh, is this going to come up? Fortunately, I think it's a little bit more dense and heavy than oxygen. And not floating up too much.
Yeah. Well, it no longer has pressure behind it pushing it up.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same weight as oxygen, but with no pressure behind it, it will stay where it is relative to oxygen. What?
So, Grillmaster Sven just picked up some water and then dumped it in the bottle emptier, and then walked into the water and picked it up again. So you might want to take that thing apart because they are in a really stupid loop about it.
You
Like,
guys.
way to mop up that water and then dump it right back where you got it. Whew, boy.
We've got to do something with this criminal water. Because it's in the way. What are you going to allow me to do with that? You think about it.
Uh-huh.
You consider it. Oh man, it's so much natural gas. Alright, we've got this ready.
Yep.
Let's look at the
So
ventilation
you just
overlay.
gotta build the pipes.
Right. So we want this going down here. We want this intake here.
Yep.
And the outtake is still kind of a problem, but we can connect it here.
Right.
Alright, and then we'll want to deconstruct, checking to make sure that we're only getting gas pipes. These three.
Yep.
And then we'll see if that helps to suck this gas out faster, because it's really bumming me out that it's getting so high.
That it's spreading here. Well, you got a whole work crew down there, so pretty soon we should be able to see whether the gas situation is fixed.
How are we for algae?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
So I'm wondering if we should use an electrolyzer, which is this device, in place of some of these algae deoxidizers, which use lots of algae.
What does the other gizmo use?
Water.
Sure. Can it even use filthy water?
No.
Hmm.
No, it needs clean water. But I think that we could draw off of the... Well, maybe we want to leave this alone. So maybe we'll draw off here.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? We should get some of this.
Sure.
I'm going to have somebody go down in there, because we've got some divers, and we don't ask them to do stuff that often.
That's true.
So, you guys...
It's time for them to earn their swim certificates.
Mm-hmm.
Little otters.
I'm going to have them come over here and tile up this area with some sandstone. It'll use up some sandstone, too. That's always good.
Right.
And what I'm doing and why I'm doing it is there's some oxalate right there that I want us to get the benefit of, but I don't want to leak water into their bedrooms.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make a floor here, but I'm not going to make it here because that's fertilizer and we don't want to dig that up and contaminate our water.
Right.
But that's okay because I don't think over here is going to be a problem. I might replace that sand just because sand is a filtration medium, and if anything happens to get dug out below it by accident, that will fall down. We don't want that. So we'll replace the sand with tile too. And then we'll dig this out because we're raising the water level.
Man, because there's nothing but hydrogen up there, they're pretty much having to hold their breath from the moment they hit the ladder until they're underwater and then all the way out and back again.
Well, I'm working on it, guys. I'm trying to remedy that.
How's the gas situation looking while they're doing that? Doesn't have power.
Oh. How? Why? Oh, right, because the filter needs power. Okay. Priority 9. Come build this 1 foot of wire. Is there anything else? There's nothing else. Oh, can they reach this? God damn it. Are you gonna say an unreachable build? Alright, we gotta deconstruct this so that they can reach. Oh no, they're going to sleep again.
Alright,
Can I mop up the criminal water?
sure.
Thank you.
So, while everybody is asleep, maybe this is a decent time to pause the game and go into the job interface.
Okay,
So that when they wake up in the morning, we'll see a parade of people getting jobs.
that would be nice. Alright.
This is their last night as generalists.
Okay. Zippy, what are you good at?
She would make a good gopher or a groundskeeper.
Those are not exciting jobs.
Nope, just running around or cleaning up.
What
I guess it
about-
makes sense. She's Zippy.
What about Amazing Amazo?
He's good at art. You could turn him into an art student.
Okay, okay.
You could actually deconstruct that crude painting and maybe have him do a better one.
Well, I think that their skills are going to be reset somewhat. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know for sure. I'm not sure how this is going to shake out.
I
But
seem to remember that whatever their interests and skills were did get remapped in some sense, but wasn't there some note about how it might not be perfect because
yeah,
code update?
right. So, research assistant maybe for not the Grim Reaper. Well, we know we want Dream Date Turner to be our researcher. He was the best at it.
Right.
Yeah, research assistant 12.
Nice.
So that's the first person that I know I want. And here we are running into the fact that it's an alpha. Please? No? Okay. How about if I do it from over here? Research assistant. Vacant position. Dream Date Turner.
Right there. Just assign him.
Bring him over.
There
Thank
we
you.
go. We
All
just,
right.
sometimes you have to apply a lot of times for the job that you really want. You might not get it your first time out.
I think I actually am going to do it from here.
Yeah.
Because I like that it sorts
It
them.
tells you who's the best for it.
Right.
So who are our engineers? Bert, they're
Bert.
pretty good. Done. You're hired.
Who's
Who
a
wants
good
to run the
farmer?
farm? Nobody wants to go farming.
No one wants to farm.
I don't blame them.
Oh, that's terrible, though.
Well, we can see who's left over after everyone else with skills has gotten assigned.
Okay.
We should have Grillmaster Sven as a cook, I imagine. Yep, he's right there at the top, right there with Chef Bacon.
Should we have 2?
I mean, we
Well,
could.
let's look at these others
All right.
first. We know we need an architect to help us build stuff. Suitable Bonnie's good at that.
She'll do.
And miners. Well, Bert already has a job.
Yep,
Christamol.
we knew that. Digging 4, relevant skill.
Yeah, right. Christamol and Mopsy are both good at that.
Yep, so give them both the job of miner.
Mm-hmm. Is anybody else good at architecture? Dream Date Turner's already got a job. Bert already has a job. Zippy?
Amazing Amazo, but we were thinking we were going to make him an artist.
Right, let's do that so that we take him off the list.
Art student. Amazing Amazo, top of the list.
Hello?
Come on. It's hard to get a job in that industry.
There we go. Yeah, that wasn't so bad for him. But I don't want to give a lot of people these gopher and groundskeeper jobs because they seem so basic. But we probably do want at least one person in each role.
Yeah. Zippy.
Zippy is fast.
Yeah.
That's the thing
She's
with
got
her
a
name.
13 in athletics.
Okay, let's let Zippy do that. Because if she's running around, she's not stinking places up.
Well, she's stinking more places up as she passes them.
Yeah, but less. It's not building up as much. the same people aren't going to be hovering around her getting the whiff of it.
You're really having to fight with that. It does not want to assign her.
Please.
So one thing that we found while messing around with this is sometimes if you close out the entire job board and then reopen it. Okay, there it goes.
Do it from there. Now groundskeeper. These people all have jobs. Oh, Froggy could do it.
Sure. Okay.
Nope.
I mean, there we go.
All right.
So who's left? Not the Grim Reaper, Devin Enby, Finchy Freddy, Chef Bacon.
Okay, let's see. I kind of do want another architect. I think that would be good.
Okay.
Is Froggy Frankie the only person?
Nope, he's taken. It's Finchy Freddy who's free.
Oh, wait. I clicked the wrong thing. Okay, so if I want an architect...
Not the Grim Reaper, I think, is your highest rated of the remaining people.
Well, sure. I mean, he's got seniority. He was one of our first people.
Sure.
So, I mean, I want to make him this and not a gopher, basically.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You got to show some respect for the people that have been around for a while. My dad was in a union, can you tell? Okay, I'm going to do it from over here. Gopher job.
You just said you didn't want him to be gopher, you wanted him to be architect.
You're right. I got confused. All right, we're going to close the job board and come back.
All right. Architect. Do the thing. All right, from the architect list. Do the thing.
Not the Grim Reaper.
Not the Grim Reaper. Do it.
Please.
How many times does a man have to apply? He knows people. He's got an inside track. He's got a proven track record. His only flaw as an employee, maybe he's too much of a perfectionist. He can tell you that it probably takes 1.5 million quarters to fill the space of the interview room.
Oh my God, I can't put him there. It won't let me. Even though, I mean, it says he's qualified when I pull it down.
I mean, he's even highlighted like it has been selected. It's just not displaying it right.
Not the Grim Reaper is qualified for the apprentice architect position.
Yeah.
Capable of performing build jobs. Mastery of the unemployed job.
Master at being unemployed. Now, with a resume like that, you've got to give him a shot. Do we want the other chef to be the farmhand? You know, so he could do like farm to table?
I do like that idea. Let's do that. We're going to have to scroll down in this list, and it doesn't like doing that right now. Oh, no, here it is. Finchy Freddy.
We just said Chef Bacon.
Chef Bacon.
Top of the list.
Chef Bacon.
There we go. Farm to table with Chef Bacon. So you got 3 people. Not the Grim Reaper, who is currently unassignable. And not because he already has a job as the Grim Reaper people. I know that's what you're thinking. He is explicitly not the Grim Reaper.
I mean...
Has never had that job.
Devin is fast, right?
Think so.
Yeah, Devin's fast.
Yeah.
We'll make him a gopher too. I'm sorry,
Maybe.
we'll make them a gopher too.
Right. Gopher.
Yeah.
There we go.
Worked from there.
And Finchy Freddy. Finchy Freddy, so named because Freddy is an early bird.
Right. Maybe here? Maybe
Yeah.
put the Freddy
Finchy
and the Frankie
Froggy.
together?
Yeah.
Oh. Doesn't really kind of show up very early in that list. Well, he's a relatively new addition to the colony, so he doesn't build up as much skill.
Pay your dues.
Hey, not the Grim Reaper, why don't you go be an architect? For real, though. But for real, though. Come on.
Well, maybe we'll start the next day. Everybody else will get their job. Not the Grim Reaper will feel so left out. He'll have no choice but to let us assign him a job the next day.
Okay.
Okay, so...
I'm going to try it again while they're still sleeping. One more time. See if closing out
All right.
fixed it.
I don't want to miss the parade.
I know. Where did it even go? Here it is. No, man.
Can you make him something else? Just anything else.
Done.
Done. You're going to be a groundskeeper for a while, and maybe later we'll make you an architect. We didn't even consider maybe he was turning the job down.
Gosh, you know, it could be.
Oh, someone's getting home late. Walk of shame, Grillmaster Sven.
Girl Master, your little pet was missing you. And after Devin let you adopt it.
Terrible pet owner.
Terrible. I guess I'll check down here. Nope, still
waiting. They're going to have to wake up and fix that stuff.
I have noticed that with the current build, priority gets stuck.
Uh-huh.
So that if you lower a priority on one thing, the priorities assignments stay low.
Mm-hmm.
Is it happening?
It's happening. A hat! Groundskeeper.
Oh,
A miner's cap.
so happy. Oh, look at those smiling faces. They love having jobs. This is how you can tell that clones are not like humans.
I like how the hair actually has to reshape itself just to give room for the hat.
Right.
Just does a quick tick down, and all of a sudden, like his little top knot, dunk, goes halfway down his head in order to fit
it
the
makes
miner's
it
cap.
look like their hair is actually sort of animal ears or something that they can cant down. Like a cat flattening its ears back.
So there's all the bright lights on the head that you need if you're going to get into research. Obviously, that's a researcher's hat.
Oh, chef hat for Grillmaster Sven.
Oh yeah.
No wonder he's happy.
Get to cooking.
Super Bonnie, what's your hat look like? The architect. It's like a cap, like a hard hat, but it's got a pencil tape to it.
Right. For blueprints.
Yeah. Sounds legit. Get out of the way. Look at the little
So that's
gopher
the
cap.
gopher,
Yep.
right?
Uh-huh.
Gopher just gets the messenger's cap.
Is that everybody? Nope. Zippy.
Nope.
Zippy's cold. But she's happy.
Yep.
So happy. Oh, what's the artist hat look like?
Like a beret, kind of?
Yeah, a beret.
Except it's got a lid on it.
Well, but it's got that little top
Yeah.
thing like a beret. Oh, and
Immediately to work.
right.
Oh,
He's
gonna
so
be an art
happy.
student.
He's so happy that he got a job.
Not the
in
Grim
his...
Reaper, just got a job.
There he goes.
Well, get some time in, because eventually we're gonna try and make you an architect again.
Chef Bacon, what do you...
It's gonna be a farmer.
Oh, straw
Got a
hat.
straw hat for all those long hours in the sun.
Well, it's also good for keeping bugs
off
you.
There-
And
there
we
might
do
be bugs.
We know there are bugs. There's 3 of them.
Yeah, keep them off.
What? Okay, these things aren't growing. We'll deal with that in a second. What is keeping this from going? Okay, it's just that they aren't over here.
It's not an atmosphere problem.
No, see, as soon as they drift over here, it starts growing again. I mean, we could probably run electric lights over here for what it's worth.
Sure. Might be worth doing, especially if you want to bring more duplicants in, which is a possibility.
Right. We did sort of remedy the food situation with a combination of the microbe musher and digging stuff out, actually, also. Helped.
Right, they found food.
Right.
There's still some sitting around up there uncollected, for that matter.
Yeah, I should give them a sweep.
Yeah, do a big sweep. Let some of those gophers practice their courier skills.
Well, last time we had a lot of sweeping mount up because they were out of storage, so we'd better check that because all those storage are full. All the storage is full.
Again,
It's time to build new storage. We could build some up here, and
Yeah,
that
why
way
not?
they don't have to run for it. I'm gonna go ahead and just tile in a bunch of stuff over here.
Okay.
As far as the water goes, because then it's taken care of. Did I just tile over fertilizer? That's not good. Don't do that. Leave that one alone. The rest of this is just, yeah, sandstone and sand. That's fine. So, I'm gonna put in a floor. I'll make this granite so it's pretty.
Nice looking granite floor / ceiling.
Yeah.
So it also looks like whoever our new researcher is already getting some work in, because I see some new options under plumbing and ventilation.
Ooh.
So what have we learned how to do?
Liquid pump and liquid shutoff is what is being researched right now.
Nice.
Which, right, that will do what the liquid valve does, but automatically.
Right. So we don't have to handle it ourselves.
Right. Same with this thing,
Right.
I think.
Some
Oh no, this
automation.
is just a mini gas pump that's more efficient. But we need plastic to make that. It's gonna be a while yet.
Mm-hmm.
What was I looking for?
You're thinking about manually turning off that pump over Lake Huron?
Yes. Now that this is presumably eased up. It's not actually.
Oh, maybe you got to increase the flow through.
Well, I mean, I can't make them go to the bathroom.
But they can't go to the bathroom if water's not flowing.
Isn't it flowing?
I don't know. Is it?
Not pumping.
Pipe blocked. Pressure's too high.
Come on. Well, I mean, it's working. It's working on it. They're not, yeah, and they're not washing their hands when they pass this because it's not pumping water. That's
Yeah.
not good.
So that's going to build up germs.
Oof. Yeah, okay, well, this system that I say we, but I did it. I planned it.
Uh-huh.
This system is not that great. I'll just admit.
Okay.
It's not really working very well.
Yeah.
I think we'll probably have to re-examine how we have things feeding into things. Basically, I think we'll probably want to make the showers get their water direct from the pump.
Uh-huh.
Or a new pump that we sink in here.
Sure.
And then change the water sieve so that it feeds into another electrolyzer.
Okay.
And that way, we're taking something out of this system so that the water pressure never builds up and backs up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how's this looking?
It's looking better. I mean, there's not a lot of oxygen down there, but...
I have not yet selected natural gas from the filter. Now will it work?
Yep, now they're both working.
So many little things to take care of. But okay, now, yeah, both of them are working.
How about that?
This one's obviously taking in considerably less than it was before, but it's still getting gas.
Yeah.
And yeah, they both look pretty active, so that's fine. Just as a planning ahead thing, I'm going to put a deodorizer down here because we've got this dirty water going down here.
Yeah.
And that means we're going to have polluted oxygen down this way. I'll just park it here.
I mean, that whole area is pretty unbreathable right now, apparently.
It's getting better. Look, this was all orange before, and now it's got carbon dioxide.
Right. So maybe the plants will start coming back, huh?
They are, see?
Do we want to put some lights above those plants?
These
You
plants
got
don't
plenty
need
of power.
These plants don't need light.
They may not need it, but do they benefit from it?
Not really. I mean, we get a little tooltip thing over here when we...
Additional domestic growth if you fertilize them. Okay.
Yeah.
So some of them will say that you can get bonus growth if they have light, but that doesn't apply here.
No. This is like your basic plant to keep your colony going under the worst of circumstances. It's
Which
almost,
is, yeah, we're only just barely out of the worst of circumstances.
right. I'm thinking maybe we want a carbon skimmer down here to get rid of some of this carbon dioxide.
Sure.
Or maybe here, because I noticed that our electrolyzer over here isn't working because the pressure is too high in the colony. Because we keep putting oxygen into it and not taking anything out of it. So let me look at the plumbing overlay, because the carbon skimmer takes water. If I put one here, I can divert a little water from it.
Yeah.
So let's do that. Let's get that going. We have one over here, and it's working, but there's still plenty more.
And I really think you need to let some water out of that system over there.
Yeah, actually, I wonder if I should put it over here.
Backing up even further.
I'm going to put it over here and just put a lot of ventilation above it. And that way we've got, we don't have it just kind of sitting in this space.
Okay.
So I'm going to put like all airflow tiles above this. There. I think that will help.
You can see our miner has immediately jumped on the digging.
Yeah. Good for him. Actually, that Streammate Turner is working on it too. I guess, is there no research to be done? There isn't, actually.
There isn't.
This is going to be interesting because we noticed when we took a quick peek at the new build that there are new things to research. There's now smart storage and solid transport. Smart storage is like conveying things to a more efficient compactor to store things, and this is all automated robot arms.
Like conveyors and stuff
Yeah.
to move stuff around automatically.
So we are pretty far from that being relevant to our clones' lives, but
I mean,
we might as well research it so that once we
let's
start...
learn how to do it. Why
Yeah.
not?
Oh, though this is
And
nice.
there's renewable energy.
A steam turbine. That would be nice if we ever discover steam. Hasn't happened yet. Okay, I'm gonna park the carbon skimmer here.
So what again does this thing do?
It just removes
takes
carbon
water.
dioxide.
Removes carbon dioxide. It doesn't replace it with anything. It just takes it out of the air.
Yeah, just takes it.
Does it have any sort of byproducts? Produces no breathable air. Okay.
Right. Here's the summary for it. So, uses water to filter carbon dioxide.
Water
from the air.
power kicks out polluted water and some heat.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're gonna want to hook up some pipes to it. So straight up like that.
Yep. Steal some fresh water from there.
Now where? I guess I could just kind of take it across the bottom here and then up to here.
Sure. As long as they can reach it, they're gonna have to dig all that out, huh?
Yeah. But that's fine. I mean, I'm gonna redo this upper system
Right.
eventually anyway, so
At some point, you were gonna have them lower the lake of urine too, the bottom of it.
they did that. See, they dug
Oh.
it out.
It already happened.
We asked and they delivered. Go ahead and just dig all this out, guys.
Did we build new storage containers for them to straighten up?
We didn't. we got distracted. We made some of this for them to do it,
Right.
and then we got distracted with other stuff. So let's work on this. We're gonna want airflow or mesh. I think airflow for this. So the difference there is that mesh will let liquid pass through it, airflow will not. And like, that is not meant to be that. So if you are worried that water might drip through here and get somewhere you don't want it to be, use airflow tiles instead to kind of make sure that the water gets at least channeled down like the ladders and down to
an actual water reservoir.
Our water reservoir. Yeah. Okay. Place that, and then let's go ahead and put the storage in before I forget again.
Yep.
Oops. Don't build that one that's floating, please.
And are you leaving spaces so we could put sculptures in between?
Yes. Yes. Exactly. I mean, we can make this as high as we want, so we could also put paintings above, but like... Let's just really go to town here.
Yeah, it'd be nice to not have to worry about storage for a while.
And then we already kind of got this all set up the way we wanted, right?
Probably.
Because we've got coal going where we direct it. We've got everything but algae going to a special dirty trash bin. We don't want fertilizer.
Just phosphorite. Yeah, sounds like a good one to copy.
Oh, you guys have so much sweeping up to do.
So one thing I think that the job is supposed to do for people, besides give you a way to sort of measure their activity, is in the absence of any priorities being set, they're going to prefer to work on their job-related project. And sometimes they'll even work on that project without you having to specifically ask them to, in the case of cleaning up and delivering stuff. So the sweep requests that we put through every once in a while, we've noticed in another game, we saw gophers groundskeepers picking stuff up off the ground that hadn't yet been marked just because they were idle and they found something that was unobjectionable to do.
Right, something that was their specialty.
Right. They would prefer to do it over anything else, and they weren't busy doing anything else.
Why is this unreachable? What? They can't get over here? They can't get over here because nobody can hold their breath that far.
Yeah.
Alright, what we'll do is we'll build them scaffolding. They can hop across one tile of nothing. So we'll just kind of do this and then bring this down. Enough for them to take care of all this for us. While I'm at it, let's free this little light bug. I'm sure once we make a passage for him, he'll float over the water and over this way.
Mm-hmm. Looking pretty good. So what big project are we gonna plan out and do to close this video out?
Well, we could do a hydrogen generator up here to clear out this hydrogen.
So dig out a room and build something that'll convert that hydrogen?
Yeah, let me finish the last little project here.
Mm-hmm.
Aw. Our power grid's looking yellow again. How is that possible?
It's because there's a broken wire there above.
Oh no. Alright, prioritize that. That runs a lot of stuff. I wonder, should I make some redundant wiring over here? I mean...
You got wiring coming down for no reason.
Yeah, that's because the water pump used to be lower.
Oh. Well, they fixed the wire. It's still under some strain. We were doing pretty well for a while, but oh, because there's more broken wire. Is this just... Were we pumping too much power through the system?
It's possible because we are using
A double generator?
the OG wire, the kind of crappy wire.
Yeah.
This twisted pair sort of wire is not as good at bearing up under strain
Heavy usage.
and heavy use as the conductive wire that we need refined metal to do. And what we might think about is up here having a whole sort of little complex, which is a hydrogen generator powering a metal refinery.
All right, so build a little industrial park up in that corner.
Right. Because the metal refinery needs water, which we can pump from over here.
Uh-huh.
And the hydrogen generator, I think, doesn't need anything but hydrogen, which there's plenty of up here. Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Just takes
just hydrogen.
So let's see where we can put that. We're going to want the refinery to be kind of on the same level as the water.
Uh-huh.
So we'll probably also want the hydrogen generator on the same level as the water. I'll position the refinery first. I'm gonna have to build a floor under it after the fact, but like this one end straight across, and then we'll build some tile under it. Let's put in airflow first. All right. I'm going to put more in just because we're going to want the hydrogen generator sucking from all of this area.
It's amazing. They've already filled to the brim one of those storage containers.
There was a lot to pick up. We had them dig out a whole lot when we were like desperate to find food.
Yeah, we're never short on dirt.
Now this is unfortunate because this jaggy little bit of chlorine
Is
pocket.
blocking your perfect symmetry of your ladder.
Yeah, it's just bugging me. You know.
Well, you could always just force people to breathe chlorine for a little while.
No, I'm not going to do that to them. I'm thinking about, should I have paintings above these?
Yes.
And if so, where would that put the next floor? 'Cause if
Above that.
Yeah,
Or
but
you
there won't be
you
room.
can't fit a floor in. So just sculptures.
Just sculptures, maybe. So then I could put another floor. It would barely
Yeah, it'd be a very
make enough
short
room
floor.
for floor. Maybe we just have a high vaulted ceiling here for some reason.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll be able to dig it all the way out, though.
No, they won't. I'll have to put temporary ladders. Like, basically more scaffolding.
Yeah. Until they dig it out.
Right. Some of it they'll be able to shoot from above, depending on whether they are clever enough to do that. So we'll see. We'll see.
All right, next up, hydrogen generator is going to be next to the metal refinery.
I'm actually going to cancel those and just dig it. Because I think they will be able to do a lot of that from above. Okay, sorry, what did you say? Next to the metal refinery, we're going to have the...
The hydrogen generator?
Yes.
It's a serious looking piece of machinery.
Yeah. And I think it can just go here. I don't think that we're going to need anything near the refinery. Oh, no, we should keep a battery up here, huh?
Yeah, probably. So it can keep refining even during downtime.
Yes. So we'll get a battery down here. Why am I looking under base when it's under power? Things got resorted a little, but not that much. Now we're going to have to hook this into the power grid. That it already exists. Because even though this is going to be generating power...
It's got to get kick-started.
It's got to get kick-started. That means stringing a lot of new wire. Wow.
It's fine.
I kind of wonder if I should be making this out of gold. It's copper is copper. Gold says that it's got, it's thermally reactive, and I don't know if that's better.
And a better... Is it got a better overheat temperature? I guess we don't even know if overheating has been the problem for the wire breakdown.
Well, I mean, I guess we could put it up there and see how it does.
All right.
Let's make this part gold.
And we'll know if that stretch never breaks down that we were onto something.
All right. Now we're going to need a gas pump and a gas filter.
All right, what do we need this for?
Well, the hydrogen generator only runs on hydrogen.
Yeah.
So you have to filter out all the other gases.
I got you.
Can we put that here? No. Here is the lowest it can be. And it can't be there either? No, it says it can be there. That's fine. So we're gonna have... Nope. Like that. And then we'll have a gas pump. And we're putting this at the top because the hydrogen is going to be coming to the top.
Yeah.
The very top. And as we pump out a lot of hydrogen to power this thing and there's less of it, it'll all collect up here at this highest point.
Sure. And then the filter's got to kick out the gas it's not using.
Right, so we need a vent. You know, what we could do is kind of put the vent here to push some more oxygen down. Maybe we should put it over more this way so that it's kind of more oxygen in the main area of the base.
Okay.
Like right there. So I'm going to work backwards from the vent. It's going to be... Do I need to... No. Maybe all the way over here? Yeah. Alright, and it's going to go from here. Wait, it can run through the tile. There.
Alright, you got to tell the filter what to do?
Right. And we've got to set up power for all this stuff. So we'll tell the filter, only spit out hydrogen. And everything needs power. So let's go a little straighter than that. There we go.
Cool beans.
Yep, and they're also digging out a bunch of stuff. I'm going to take that all the way over, but getting a lot of resources. Now, I wonder what these little diamonds mean, you know. See how these have diamonds on them?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Raw mineral. Maybe it's indicating what you dig out of it?
I don't know. This is all raw minerals.
Huh. I don't know. Do we have 2 researchers right now?
No. We only have one.
So we had our Doc Brown researcher go running all the way upstairs to help with digging, and Christamole has taken his place doing basic research. Alright, so do we want to end this video by getting somebody new in? Or because we don't have a bed for them, should we just kind of... Oh man, you still got that wire disaster down at the bottom that hasn't been cleaned up.
What?
No one's fixed that wire. Maybe they can't reach it?
Guys, it didn't say unreachable. Well, I'll disconnect or I'll deconstruct this block so that they can shoot down to it.
There's
That's
just
the problem.
food sitting on top of it.
Ugh. You little
Bunch of
slobs.
slobs. It's so gross.
Groundskeepers.
There are people whose job it is to pick this stuff up.
Yep. Oh man.
All sleeping in their little hats.
Well, let's speed them up, and build a new bed, and then
Okay.
we can have a new person.
All right, let's do that.
Where should we put a new bed? I mean, we can keep going out this way on
It's
this level.
phosphorite.
Yeah, that's fine.
Grab it.
Okay. And then we'll stop speeding them up.
Problem with... Yeah, it's got to be off the top floor, because otherwise you'd hit the chlorine.
Yeah.
It's not going to connect to anything. I don't know why you're... Okay.
I'm gonna dig out under it eventually.
You think so?
Yeah.
When you can deal with the chlorine?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not that far under it, but I can dig out just like these 2 here,
I suppose that's true.
like just like this. Because I do want some ventilation, you know?
Yeah.
I think I could do it like this and they'll do it from above, actually. So let's see if that works out.
I mean, you also need to dig out at least 2 high. There you go.
Yeah. I'm not going to bother putting in a door for this new person. They're going to have a more of a...
They're going to have a roommate.
Yeah. Because they still get their bonus as far as like their... what is it? A stamina boost?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they get like... Oh, there's actually more rooms now than there were.
Oh yeah? What's new?
There's a
A
greenhouse. So if you enclose your farm and you put a farm station, which is also a new thing, in it, then it counts as a greenhouse and your plants will grow faster.
How come we don't have a farm station yet?
Well, because we barely even have a farm right now.
Fair enough.
And there's a recreation room. Recreation building, decoration item, and no machinery in it.
Huh. It should be easy to make.
Right. So we can just put a room that has a painting.
And then they can just go into that room and look at that one painting.
And it will give them a stress release bonus. The stamina recovery bonus for the barracks. All it needs is a door. It doesn't say single bed. Oh, no, it does say single bed now. Oh, no. It says single bed because you must have at least one.
At least one bed.
Right. But you can have more than one, and it still counts as long as there's a door somewhere.
Alright. So you need to put down a bed.
This power plant production thing is new, too.
Neat.
We'll look at that later.
Yeah.
Because we might be able to make a power plant room with the bonuses for the hydrogen generator we just made.
Mm-hmm. Bed.
Bed. Did I count that right? I didn't count that right. They need more space, I think. Because if we put his door here... Yeah, their bed needs to be one over from that. I messed up my whole system. It's fine. But they're all working on that. people are working on this. Yeah, things are coming along. Oh my gosh, though, look. That's
It's
bad.
been flooded.
Why? Oh, because we've built the tile in and
The
it
tile is
rose
pushing the
the
water up.
level.
Yeah.
That's... Okay, I'm gonna prioritize digging this out to free that thing.
I mean, we don't know if it can drown, but...
I do know that it can drown. I've drowned one before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, by accident.
Sure.
Here, just in case. I'm in suspense now. Are they gonna be able to... Oh.
Are they going to be able to rescue it in time? Looks like
Yay.
Operation Bug Rescue is a success.
Alright, we're gonna want people to sweep stuff up over here, if they will. I guess I'll build a little more scaffolding out that way. Just so... There.
Could also give them some more headroom.
Yeah, let me see. Alright. I don't want to dig this fertilizer out and make the water dirty, so I'm just gonna have to leave that sticking down. Is this working yet? No, because the wire isn't done. Do we need to prioritize that? It's already highest priority.
Yeah. Is it, like, out of copper or gold?
You know, it might be.
Yep, you said make it out of gold and you're out of gold.
Well, that's too bad. The last foot and a half is gonna have to be janky old copper.
And going out there on the left.
Where?
Go back to putting wiring. See the red? There's a gap. The last inch.
Oh, you're right.
There you go.
Okay. There we go.
Now it's working. And it stopped.
No, that's okay. See, it's feeding the gas into the generator. The generator can only handle so much at a time. See how its gauge goes up?
Yeah.
And then as the gauge falls, this pumps more.
Interesting. It looked like it was out of power. But I
Yep.
guess it gives a power warning even when it's idle.
Yeah. Yeah. See, it's fine. And look at the... It's full of hydrogen.
Yep.
And because this is almost all hydrogen up here, the output is not anything yet. Okay. New person?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, there's a new bed for him.
Who's going to be joining Deadly Spacerock?
Now we get to see also the new layout and the new sort of traits and interests that they have instead of just the attributes that they had before.
Right.
Before,
Used to be positive on the left, negative on the right.
yeah, but it was like you would see the early bird would be on the left and the anemic would be on the right.
Yeah.
And that was it. This interests thing is new.
Mm-hmm.
This is how you can identify people who are going to slot neatly into new jobs that you have. Before, you would pick people based on the bonuses that they already had, but now sort of they've got interests that dovetail, hopefully, with their scores.
So what do we need more of? Farmers?
A farmer would be nice, but I don't like a -3 athletics.
That just means she's slow. Minus 30% run speed.
Yeah, that's a lot. They don't move fast to begin with, in my opinion. So, but then
So would
this
you rather
guy
have someone a
is-
little dumb?
Yeah,
He can't
look,
research. He'll be slower at skill leveling,
We've
but
had this conversation before about how the learning disability just means that they're more determined and more admirable.
right. As they overcome the difficulties and the cards that life has dealt them. Also, at the farm, What are you going to be thinking about anyway? Dirt? So maybe we're looking at Bert the Dirt?
Well, let's look at the bonuses.
Dirty Birdie.
Creativity. He doesn't actually have any farming.
No, but he's interested.
He's interested, but he doesn't actually have any aptitude.
He'll pick it up.
If we're going to take somebody with negatives,
Yeah.
I would rather take Camille with her farming positives.
Yeah.
And her negative athletics, and then...
She doesn't need to move fast if she never leaves the farm.
Yeah. We also noticed that decor expectations have gone way down.
Yeah.
In the new duplicants. Like, they have way less expectations overall, and it may look like they are more demanding of food, but the food scale has totally changed now. Basically all the scores that we were using before have had 2 added to them. So things that were -3 before are like -1 now. And,
so the same old disgusting food, less disgusting these days.
Well, it's still gross, but it's like now, like 0 is the bad, and 0 and 1 are bad, where 0 and 1 used to be like great.
Yeah.
I think somebody probably pointed out to them that having most of your food measured in negative numbers was pretty weird.
Yeah. That duplicants would live their entire lives never having tasted good food.
And that's a shame. Another reason not to take Bert is we have a Bert, and he's pretty good.
Okay.
I actually like Lyra's. Just like, I like the way they look. I like that little curly Princess Leia buns.
Sure. And the giant eyebrows.
But we kind of have this covered. So, anemic. Yeah, her athletic thing is because she's anemic.
Mm-hmm.
She's also an early bird, so she gets
nice.
morning bonuses. Her stress response is vomiter, but...
Nobody ever gets stressed. The Deadly Spacerock is a lovely place to live.
Yeah, so far.
When there's not gas leaks or lakes of loose pee.
Yeah, I feel like we've had plenty of stress.
Yeah, that's our job.
But we've mostly kept them away. Okay, do we rename her?
Probably.
For the Farmer Camille, Farmer something? Tilly?
Sure, that's fine.
Tilly the farmer, come on down. Oh, so happy.
And then hit the job board.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we'll finish off by seeing her get her hat.
That's a great place to stop. Maybe we could also try and make not the Grim
first.
Uh-huh.
Because we don't know if it's going to work. And I know Tilly is going to fit right in. Because she's a new duplicant and she's fit for this system.
Right. Her code should be perfect.
That
that
heart next to her name.
It's an interest.
It's an interest, and she's going to slot right in there because she's got that. So we wanted to make him an apprentice architect.
Yep.
We'll try to do it from here first. These people's jobs are all explained. Oh, this looks like
it's listed now what their job is.
Yeah, I can't. This update is not too refined yet.
It's right there at the bottom.
It wasn't before, and I couldn't scroll down.
He still doesn't want to be an architect. Well, we asked.
Well, let's try kicking him out of the Groundskeepers Club.
So now he's back to being unemployed?
Now that you don't have a job, how does architecture sound? Pretty awesome? Pretty great? No. Won't take it. Did he have something where he wouldn't build?
I feel like we're pushy parents at this point. Like, you are going to go to college. You are going to be an architect. I don't care how much you love running around picking up dirt with your friends and delivering it into storage. I don't know. Well, back to groundskeeper.
What else is he good at?
I mean, he's got a passion for gophering and groundskeepering.
Okay. I mean, he could also be an art student, but we probably don't need to. And Amazed has already got that cornered, so we'll let him be a groundskeeper. That's his thing. And then Tilly's going to be a farmhand.
All right, so we'll watch the job board and then wrap this up. Oh, Tilly really is kind of slow, isn't she?
Right! told you, it really makes a difference. So happy to get that hat.
Hooray!
It looks really cute on her, actually. Okay. Well, now that everybody is gainfully employed and fully powered. Holy
So
crap.
much power around.
So much power now. We'll try
And look,
to...
the hydrogen is mostly gone from the farming area. Or not hydrogen, natural gas.
We may need to run another pump up here just to suck it out of this area. Cause
Yeah,
it's
well,
not
there's
sinking.
always something else to do.
Yeah. But though we are getting the carbon dioxide out with this skimmer, so maybe as this drifts off this way and gets sucked away, then that stuff will come down.
So hold on to your hats, viewers. This is a reason to come back. Maybe the carbon dioxide will leave and the natural gas will sink. Is that how things are going to play out? There's only one way to find out, and that's to stay tuned.
We're also going to refine metal next time.
And there's going to be cubes of metal. So,
stay tuned.
Good night to all the denizens of Deadly Spacerock Cycle 59. Somehow everybody's still alive and has hats. We'll see you guys later.
Goodbye.